Alright guys, welcome back to ESL TV for the Black Monster Cup. This is the North American qualifiers, the first of 4 to come your way. And right now we're going to be having 2 teams go at here in our first semifinal of the night. It's going to be False Facade Gaming versus Next Generation. And False Facade going to be on the blue side, Next Generation going to be on the red. So let's go over both lineups for you guys of the team, just to give you an idea of who is playing. We have Ravenzor. Oh god. These names are a lot easier for me than the European names usually. Axel Asus, Family Puss, Eclipso, and Acme on the side of FFG. And over for NG, we have Legendary, we have Not So Sleepy, Fast Scriptor, Jessica Jung, and Meat Mash. Wow. You know, I never thought I would be wanting to be doing European teams for those names again, but some of these names are a little difficult to say. Well, either way, I am doing all the camera work, and by the camera work, I mean leave it on direct to camera. I'm doing all the casting and the graphics, so I'm gonna leave it on direct to camera for a little bit here, especially since the lineups are not in the right order. But I will be switching it up throughout the game. Actually, you know, right now I will do it myself just to have an idea of how this is gonna go here. So let me actually fix these now that I think about it. There we go. We're gonna have Renekton versus Siobhan in the top lane. Gonna have Elise versus Pantheon in the jungle, Orianna versus Gragas middle, Lucian and Leona versus Caitlyn and Thresh in the bottom. So it's really just to see how this game's gonna go between these two teams, honestly fighting for their spot into the spring playoffs. And apparently we're gonna have a pause again. Well, meantime, bottom lane, we do see fight already breaking out in this tri-bush. The side of NG have been able to push them out right away here. And of course we're gonna hit a pause. The Russian qualifier names, those weren't even that bad. Damashka, like there were some weird J's and upside down Z's and stuff, but I still chugged through it. And right now we're already having more delays, even though it's my doing, unfortunately, on this one than we've had in quite a long time. But looks like the mic is fixed. Looks like we're getting back in the game here. And we're only going to have about a minute pause timer total used in this game. Knock on wood. Cross your fingers that we won't have any more after this. But either way, we're going to see the side of FFG actually have to send their AD carry home. And that is not a good start. He's going to be behind in levels. He's going to be behind in farm. And this is going to give a huge advantage to the bottom lane of NG here. I actually seriously might throw up. So if I have to AFK for a little bit, you guys will understand why. Ugh, running to the train was not fun. But so far, already a big lead built up here bottom. Not going to shove into turret, but we'll see how that one goes a little bit later on. We're going to have Not So Sleepy go for his blue buff. Already done with his camps here. We're going to have Family Puss secure his blue as well here. And remember, guys, this is on the live patch, so Elise has been tweaked a little bit. I will just say nerfed pretty hard in the jungle, where her Q doesn't do as much damage to monsters as they did previously. So that is going to hinder that engagement. Actually, Raven getting really aggressive on bottom lane, but Axel already down to very low health. And those fights aren't really helping out too much. Just going to heal him up as well as best as he can, but still taking a lot of chip. And it looks like already Not So Sleepy going to be heading down, or at least just a ward up here on that bottom side to spot out where Family Puss is going. And speaking of that, he's going to be actually going middle here. He's going to be looking for that cocoon. It's going to actually land. Unfortunately, with the recent changes, it's not going to last as long as it previously did, though at later levels it will last even longer. Bottom lane though, 6 to 18 in CS. I'd imagine that will be 6 to 20 here in just a second. And this is a big lead now built up. And are they going to stick around? Are they going to harass under turret? And without a ward in that tri-bush, actually being a little bit careful here. As Axel going to try to get as much farm as he possibly can here on the bottom side. In the meantime, on the top lane, should be able to get a big lead against his opponent Legendary in the beginning. Legendary should outscale him a little bit later on in terms of items, or in terms of damage, sorry. Sleepy though, spotted heading up towards this top lane. It looks like he will still swing around and will still commit to this here. And Agni, he saw him coming, and yet he's still this far pushed up. And here comes Panther for the side. He's going to be able to land the stun. Slice is going to go off. He will use the stun right after, I would imagine. As he did use it, there had a little bit of a hiccup in my computer. Meantime, we did have a kill go down bottom lane, even with that ward that was down. Family Puss was able to sneak in there and pick that one up for himself. So first blood, even though having a very weak start in the beginning, because of that little bit of engagement we saw early on, they're able to get that first blood down towards that bottom lane, and it was actually gifted over to Family Puss. So at least going to have that kill in his pocket. Where is Deficio? What? This is not LCS, guys. This is the Black Monster Cup. And thank you, Vash, for tuning in. One of the few times you're actually able to, considering you're in North America. Hope things are well with you, sir. And Clipsel still being a little aggressive middle. Kind of behind in CS at the moment. So we're still seeing Acme really aggressive on this top side. He actually is behind in CS at the moment, which is not the best of sides for him. Clipsel going to get engaged on here. And I'm just going to back away and try to harass Fast Scripter down as much as possible. Not really able to get too much damage onto him. He does have that Doran's Ring, that Crystalline Flask, a ward, and a health pot on top of that. I'm surprised I actually use Utility Tree now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, so to this top lane. And I'm not using direct to camera, guys, so you should be proud of me. This is something I usually don't do. I usually get very lazy when it comes to camera work, especially when you're doing all the casting and graphics yourself. But since I was a little bit late today, and by late 40 minutes, I'm going to treat you guys something special. My awesome LCS camera work here going on for you. Interesting start actually coming out of Legend on the top side. And I noticed it earlier on, but I didn't want to point it out just yet, is that he's actually going for cloth armor. So he has obviously the health pots, but typically you see that sword and board combo in the top lane where you have Rick to pick up the Doran's Blade versus Shyvana with that Doran's Shield, the extra regen and sustain early on against the harass that Irectic can do. But going for a different route here in Acme with that early gank from Pantheon from Not So Sleepy. He was able to catch up a little bit in CS, but Sleepy, he's here again looking for the gank. He's going to be coming in from the backside. He won't have any buffs on him though, but he will have the stun. Slice will come in. Acme will be able to run away and won't be harmed at all here. In the meantime, Family Puss looking to go down towards this bomb side, looking for potentially a gank here, and you can see the side of NG really respecting it, just backing away. Not going to be getting too aggressive here, not really overcommitting since they have it ganked earlier on. And obviously Meatmatch doesn't have that flash get away, but Family Puss still looking for the fight here. And will he back away? And then actually it looks like the bottom lane of NG will actually just go back to base, spend their 1,500 gold on Jessica Jung so far. And probably pick up that BS sword, I would imagine, unless he wants to go into that Vamp Scepter. Nope, going in for the Blade. And Acme now might get caught out here. Do have Ignite available for Legendary, as well as for Acme. Legendary going to cover the backside with help of Pantheon. Going in a little bit too early. Pantheon not able to get the stun. Does actually flash away from Listen. Pops Dominus. And will be able to escape the gank. Actually did some good damage back on a Legendary though from that. I'm forced him to go back to base here in just a second. But you can see Sleepy really focusing on this top lane. Really trying to get Legendary ahead. And we'll see how that one progresses throughout the game. Obviously, there's a lot of different things you can do as a jungler. You can decide to camp a lot of lanes. You can decide to counter jungle quite a bit here. And sometimes when you, well, at least for me, seeing a team for the first time, you can really get an understanding of the team's mechanics and the team's mentality when the jungler ganks 3 times in that top lane to get their top lane going here. And I don't know, a little bit interesting to see. I'm not sure if I fully agree with it, to be honest. But right now, Family Puss trying to steal with a blue buff. We'll have a smite. And will steal it away. Alright, so they're able to secure the blue buff, able to take that away from Gragas, even force the ultimate coming out of him there. And great rotation even in from the bottom lane right there too. And Plus even going to spot a pink ward now, so going to get a little bit of advantage there. And going to get some sort of control back. And you can see the ward coverage invested in towards the side. I mean, they are definitely trying to control their own blue, but unfortunately they didn't just have the wards in the right spot. And they lost out on that one here. But just going to turn back to his own jungle. Going to go straight to his blue, I would imagine, in just a second, just to make sure that they still have it. That's cool, Vash, though. You know, I gave you a shout out on stream, and you don't even type to me in chat, because I can still read chat, guys, so if you want to chat with me while this is going on, feel free to. I always like to hear you guys' predictions on who's going to win the game. You can obviously say it in chat or tweet to me at jkaplan and let me know. I pay attention to both those during the game. Well, not as much Twitter. Clipsel going to get his own blue here, so he will have a lead going into this lane, even though he's behind CS at the moment. And it's one thing I've always said about Orianna in the mid lane, is that you don't have a strong early game. If you get pressured at all, your farm falls off, you fall behind in items, and from that, your late game ultimate just really doesn't do too well. And right now, he doesn't really have a way of getting the ball in there. He doesn't have that ball delivery system that we like to call it to facilitate that, so Legendary looking him back away. Famous is he going to spot him out? Spider Lane will actually stop him, but is he going to turn on time? He does have his ultimate. He will use it over the wall. He will escape that, and they will at least pop that cooldown out of him either way. Crystal trying to put this pressure on him. I don't even have his Chalice done just yet compared to Scripter, who does. Won't be able to do as much damage as he hoped to. bottom lane though. 65 to 81 CS. So the early game start, that early game advantage that they did have from that level 1 fights we saw towards the tri-bush, it's kind of been diminished mostly because of the gank that we saw FamilyPlus to do on that bottom side. So unfortunately for him, wasn't able to really snowball that anywhere. And that's what I was saying, you know, maybe if you have the Leona. Ooh, that was so close. The ultimate commander Leona almost catching out Thresh there. But that is what I was saying earlier about having a Leona with a Pantheon. Pretty much makes it so you can guarantee ganks very easily. And Sleepy hasn't really used his ultimate just yet. Gonna need to see him do that if they want to have hopes of picking up some kills soon. We do see Acme. Gotta be going into his team map. Standard kind of build on that Renekton, especially when you're in a lane that you don't really have to worry too much about damage just yet. I see Legendary going for the Sunfire Cape. I feel like my Twitch chat's broken right now because no one's even talking. I think someone should just type in there just so I know that it is working on my side. Alright, FamilyPlus is going to be sneaking into this bush. And by sneaking, I mean sitting right on top of a ward. Looking for somewhat of a fight right now, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get it. Meantime, top lane, a lot of fighting breaking out. Acme actually getting pushed out quite heavily here. We'll have his Dominus up, and we'll have his Ignite to fight back if he wants to. Meantime, FamilyPlus still sticking around here. Minion's going to spot up. Pantheon actually going for the drop on the bottom lane. But here, just too quick to actually get away from it. Stun, not even going to come out. But Hook does land on Axel. He's in trouble here. He gets stunned up. Pops the barrier. Will be able to escape that. No, he won't. Sleepy picks up the kill. And for some reason, that Hook did... Well, not for some reason, but getting caught by that Hook wasn't able to escape that one. And that gank does get complete turn around. And a fantastic job by Sleepy to really open that one up. And there we go. Fast Star, Meriths, and Patty Fatty Cake. Thank you guys for doing that for me. I was tempted to actually give you guys a skin code for that, but I realized that it would actually make it so I have to take a picture of it so you guys can actually claim it because of the being European codes. Alright, so Acme, Legendary is still going to head to the top side. Ignites have gone down. Legendary getting very low here. Acme should be able to survive the Ignite tick, but Legendary, he will not. He will get taken down, and Acme actually levels up off of that, which in the end might have actually saved his life, but a fantastic little bit of a turnaround. Picks up the kill. And in the meantime, you are seeing the side of NG secure that dragon with that gank that they just pulled off on that bottom lane. It's funny, boom headshot QQ. I'm assuming you got that from FPS Doug, if I'm not mistaken. And funny enough, I actually met him in Katowice when I was there last week. So funny to see that so many people still know who that is. I swear. Okay, so if Sleepy wins this game and they get into the finals, I might actually fall asleep in the finals. Because if you guys remember what I said earlier on, or if you're just joining us, I'm actually living in Germany. So it's 2:20 a.m. here, and this will be going on until probably about 5 in the morning. Usually not my typical work schedule, but we'll see if I can bear through. I did bring some food with me, about some chips, some trail mix. I'm a little bit low on water though. Might have to go sneak a couple of drinks from downstairs, but I appreciate you guys joining me though. It does make it more fun when I have people to talk to in chat. You guys are active there. Alright, so 2-1, 13.5 minutes in. And a lead, albeit about 400 gold on the side of FFG here. Now Eclipse going to get engaged on. Rocket's still going to come in. Ignite will be put down. It should be. And actually might have been enough to pick up the kill. Ignite does go in. He uses the barrel. He didn't use the barrel. What? What? He threw the barrel, but he didn't pop it, which was when it was right on Eclipse. So he waited till he body slammed it, and then it was just too late. That would have been a kill. That would have been a kill. And now we're going to see FamilyPlus head up towards the top side, looking for the fight. Onto Legendary Pantheon, going to go for the drop as well. So they're going to turn this one around here. As this Shawan Ultra does get used. They took it straight onto FamilyPlus. Does actually avoid it with the repel. Most of the damage turns on to Notice. He gets taken down immediately. Now Legendary forced to flash right, going to get stunned up. And that will be a double kill coming in for FamilyPlus. Fantastic job to turn that one around here. Meantime, you're seeing Scripter try to go for blue buff since theirs was stolen away. And he should be able to secure that one for himself. So now it's 4-1 here. And then the bottom lane, we see an engage already happen on Jessica. John getting very low. Knight used on top of him as well. The Cohen used. Axel should be able to walk this one down if he does flash for it, but he doesn't have it because he used it earlier on in a gank just prior, facilitated by Pantheon. And Scripter was able to do with a blue buff as well on top of that. I need a drink. Hold on one second. All right, so yeah, Fast Star. I used to cast LCS. I'm an American commentator living in Germany, casting for ESL. And the product Black Monster Cup has qualifiers in Europe and North America, and we are covering both sides of it, obviously. So that's why I'm here, making sure to do that. And now, 4-1, 15 minutes in, 22.1 thousand gold to 20.4. So lead still not building up that much, but they have secured themselves the first turret of the game for FFG. Sleepy going in for cooldown boots, which is really interesting. Don't typically see that, actually, out of jungle pantheons. Family Plus was looking for potentially that blue buff, and even potentially looking for a gank on this mid lane. And right now, let's see if he does spot him out. Instead, just going to be forced to back. Not really able to pick up any kills off of that. Yeah, Jensa says everything. I have food and stuff, but actually I need drinks. Preferably of the Red Bull variety to keep me awake. I expended all the energy I had left today running to the drink. So that's why. Alright, so Acme ain't going to be aggressive on this top side. Does have at least one ward down. I would say put a ward down, you know, maybe in the Wraith camp, maybe on top of the red bush over here, and you'll be able to continually push that lane. However, when you have a Pantheon with the jump, it makes it very difficult. He does have it up, and he's looking for that gank on the bottom side potentially. Or maybe just to turn a gank around after seeing Family Puss there, which he's still sticking around right now. He's not spotted out by a ward. I think he's just waiting for Pantheon to drop in, and he might be so lucky. Pantheon will spawn it up in that tri-bush from that ward. Still in the vicinity. Will he be spotted yet again? Yes, he will. And Family Plus gonna get caught up by that ward. He'll be forced to back away. And an unsuccessful gank coming in, but a lot of pressure committed. Now, Acme with actually... Wow, so he went straight past the teammate into the Ravenous Hydra. Now that you typically never see, at least within the qualifiers I've seen alone in European in Europe. And you typically stop the teammate, just get some wave clear. And then you build tanky, but he's going straight for the Hydra, so he's going for sustain here, and we'll see how that works out. It's Legendary, who obviously has that Sunfire Cape. Now done, Dominus popped as well as the Ignite. Actually, we'll stick along with him here. The Ignite won't be enough to finish him off, however. But the damage has been done. He has pressured him out of the lane yet again. And Legendary just going to continue to run away. I would imagine he would not stop to actually take up anything. Actually, going to continue to shove that one in. He does spot Pantheon out over towards the bottom side of the map, so he realizes he can continue this aggression. And Gragas is obviously spotted out in the middle as well here, so not too much pressure for him. Doing a fantastic job. 170 to 129 farm. Considering he's been ganked 3 times, he is destroying Legendary right now in farm. And that is honestly not a good sign if you're an NG fan out here. I swear I should know. I recognize the name GG Jessica Jung. I don't know why. Someone in chat let me know, like, the history of this player, because I recognize the name. I swear I know who that is, or I've seen that person before. Even though I haven't been on North American servers in at least a year now. I just recognize that from somewhere. I don't know why. Is that actually... I think I know what it is. Hold on, we'll get inside the second. Pantheon does get locked up here. As we see the code coming from the side, he will get locked down by the ultimate. He's just still trying to back away from this one. Looks like he will finally follow the Family Plus, and he will escape that one here. And that will be 1 kill. Even Renekton coming from the side, looking for a little bit of a fight here. Dragon will be started. They don't have the smite on the other side of the team for NG. And that should be Dragon locked down, and that will be with the smite. I thought GG Jessica Jung was one of the Siren girls. What was her name? I don't remember her name. Not Naomi. I can't remember. I don't know. It's funny because I actually used to live next to her too, back in California. She went to a school that was like right down the street from where I went for high school. I can't remember. Oh, she's a member of Girls' Generation. Okay, well that also helps too. Everyone knows GG. Baby, baby, baby. Anyways, I'm gonna move on past that point. I don't really care anymore. I lost interest. A little Jenny. There we go. That's who I was thinking of. I swear to God, I just heard a dog growling. I'm all alone in my offices. That is a little creepy. If you hear me screaming, it might be a dog attacking me. Alright, so back to the game, because that's where all the focus should be. 20 minutes in, 5-1 in favor of FFG so far. 30.6 thousand to the 27.5k gold. And let's check in with all the other lanes here. The bottom lane, FFG, who had a very tough time in the beginning, got forced out before the minions even got to middle, or got into the lane. They're doing a fantastic job here as we see Pantheon leaping towards the bomb side. Raven trying to escape. A nice ultimate comes out. Actually has Gragas right in front of him. Gonna go straight into him, go for the stun. Still try to escape. He does have flash. He will use it. And it looks like he might be able to run off his Gragas flash over the wall. And that will be Scripter locking that one down, even with the ace coming in. And that will be another kill here. But considering how they got pushed out very early on, they're doing a fantastic job of keeping close in farm right now. And honestly, the top lane of FFG has been able to snowball quite heavily. 203 to 165, so lead has fallen. But with that Spectral's Cow, he's starting to, not touching Ninja Taba, he's starting to really be able to battle out here. He's going head-to-head against Legendary, looking for the fight. Legendary has Spectral Cow as well, has the red buff, which is making him actually win the fight here. Looks like Acme will be able to survive this one. Family Post going for a game on the outside. The hook does land on Axel. They're not going to commit for it. And Family Post just going to push them away here. Going to repel out of this one. Now Pantheon gaking the top side, and not so sleepy, gonna secure that one, bring himself to 2-2. Has a Giant's build, and that should be the top turret actually being taken down here in just a few seconds. Level 81 Pikachu. Interesting. I was actually on the train here playing Pokemon X, and you're giving him Lucario for the Mega Evolution thing. And it's like you can't join your party because you have too many Pokemon. Send one to Bill's PC, and I was like, Pikachu, get the hell out of my party. Send him over there. Alright, so top turret gonna go down. It will be 2-1 now in favor of FFG. I'm looking for that next point of action. I'm gonna leave on direct to camera for a little bit because I imagine that it's gonna be able to catch more of the action than I could probably do here at this late at night. But let's see where it goes from here. We have the Unthians and Holy Grail done, and a Blasty Wand picked up for Eclipsal. And Unthians and Holy Grail, and the Nuclear Rod picked up for Scripter, who's now 1-0. Quite far ahead in farm as well. You see 2 sweeping lenses picked up on the side of FFG. Bloodthirster and the Sheen done for the side of Axel Axis. And a Bloodthirster and a Zeal done for Jessica Jung. So, let's see how the 2 AD carries go. Panther goes for drop in the middle. Try to catch up on Acme. Will be the person actually getting landed on completely. And we'll go straight over to him. Stun does that Acme. Not looking to really escape this one. Ace comes in. Raven gonna actually block that one. Nice stun comes out of Legendary. Looking at potential to this one out. Oh yeah, the ultimate gonna come in. It's gonna be huge. Completely tears through the Iron team. As now we see the Colin come in. But Jessica Jung picks up the first one to Acme. And they have survived the Orion ultimate. They are still fighting. It's not Raven gonna go down. Family Push still trying to run away for his life. To see finally the Colin guy, Lucy, coming in from the backside. Eclipso and Bar Scripter still going head to head as Axel gonna come around the side. He will be able to hop over that wall. Should be able to escape that one. But what an Oriana ulti coming out. Fantastic. Oriana ulti coming in, but unfortunately, just doesn't have the damage that he does need to pick up the kills, or at least didn't have the whole team there to really secure enough of the damage in to pick up the kills. And for some reason, Jessica Jung gets a little bit too aggressive there, and will get taken down by Eclipsal. So, Cetra's Cow picked up for Pantheon, Sag Shiv done for Caitlyn. And Renan's Omen now done for Elise, as well as Renekton picking up the Spirit Massage. So a lot of items completed, 2-2 on both. It's like 2 to 1.5 because Spectral's Cow doesn't really count in my opinion. Has a major item buy. But now it's 7-5. Dragon in about a minute's time. And the goal lead's still less than 3,000 right now for FFG. Task Ascension now done though. Actually might change things up a little bit here. That little bit of a speed increase is going to help out quite a bit. And you see the Phage is now done for Lucen as well. Death Cap now done for Oriana. And if Eclipse still had it in that last fight, I guarantee that fight would have went completely different. That would have been almost an ace actually coming out of FFG because of that damage power spike that you get from that item. But I don't know, we'll see. Maybe we'll get into another one of those moments again. So gonna get his red buff. Still maintaining a little bit of a CS lead for himself. Diabolus Dicul. It is a best of 1 in the semifinals. and then a best of 3 into the grand finals, which we will determine. I actually need to check on the prize because it's 250 euros, but I don't know if it's $250 for first place. But we're gonna see the gauge come out of Leona here. Scripter gonna get locked up as well as the Oriole to it. The actually Lantern gonna come out, and now it goes to they call it the hook. They're gonna go for the gauge. Pantheon dropping straight onto them here. They don't have an Oriole anymore. They're trying to chase him down a stun. All it takes is one stun to make this happen. Raven gets caught up with that Talos Ascension, was popped by both teams right there. No one gonna get killed here. Maybe Eclipso actually will get taken on the hook. Won't land though, and Eclipso will be able to escape that one here. But fantastic ults from Pantheon, I have to say, as Acme still pushing this top side. He's looking to take down a turret here, and they will be trading a dragon for it, which honestly is a good trade, especially with the point of the game they are in. Get a little bit of control. We'll get that turret, and just taking a huge amount of poke right there. Dragon has not been done, just sleepy. Gonna actually get caught up here a little bit. It's so low in life, he will be able to fight the dragon, will be secure. Now Legendary chase them out towards the backside. As see Axel trying to take him down, stop him from pushing in. He's actually still committed for this. He has a red buff. He's looking for the fight here. He does get a nice Q off, but he won't be able to chase him down, unfortunately. As we do have Recton come in, picks up a double kill, and that will shut them off. Yes, they do get the dragon. They lose on one turret though, and 3 deaths. So not the best trades in the end for them. And they will come out from that one. Trash Shinsen. I actually know who you're talking about too, funny enough. I still remember him from back when I was in the States, or living in the States. But now 2 turrets, 5-1 here in favor of FFG. 10-5 is the score line. And that 3,000 gold lead, well, less than 3,000 gold lead, has extended quite heavily. Raven, he has to be very careful here. They do turn on to Legendary, who's just so damn tanky. Does get locked down with the ultimate, as well as Sleepy. Unable to secure that kill, so they will just go back and retreat. Not feeling too confident to get any more damage onto that turret safely, and they will back out with quite a money to spend. 2,000 right now on Axel. We'll have that Triforce done when he goes back to buy. Oh, that reminds me, I need to update the brackets. Oh, jeez. All right, so 27 minutes in. Game has finally been blown wide open as Renekton picking up a Thornmail, not going for Sunfire Cape. Neat Triforce now done for Lucian. That's what we're expecting. And the Blastumon picked up for Eclipso, so going for that Void Staff. And over on the other side, Death Cap now done for Scripter. As well as that Static Shift for Jiska Jung, so... I don't know, Renderman's Omens are being worked on by Sleepy, as well as Legendary here, but they're not done just yet. Probably gonna need them here in these fights. And with a couple of pink wards and other wards and Sweepulence picked up, I'd imagine that the side of FFG are gonna be looking for a Baron here, or at least a little bit of control around it, and force the team to maybe go for a face check, which all it takes is one cocoon to pretty much burst someone down. And Acme gonna go back to split pushing on this bottom side. We'll get some free damage onto this turret. However, he's being closed in by Pantheon, as well as Shyvana from the back. He's got to be careful. I don't know why the Director Camera just seems to like to switch away here. He will actually escape this one. That's because the fight is all breaking down towards the middle lane, as we do see Scripter just completely get blown up here. Now they're looking for potentially another one, as Nexa now on a killing spree. That middle turret not healthy. It looks like with a 5-man squad, they're going to go for the push onto this, and most likely take this one down, as well as the inhibitor right behind it, if maybe not even an engage off the back of it. Raven doesn't have his ultimate up just yet. Acme just pushed them away with that Thornmail. And that will be the first inhibitor of the game going in favor of FFG here. Now 28.5 minutes in, and this has definitely opened up potential for Baron to be taken here now anytime they want. And now even going for that bottom turn on top of that, so they're feeling a little cocky here. But they definitely can, since they still have Scripter down right now for another 2 seconds. They also have home guard boots though, so they could potentially look for a fight here. Pantheon wants to drop in onto the backside of them. So I'm just gonna let the turret go. Just to defend on the inhibitor turret. I'm pretty sure FFG just gonna back off of this, as they do have a little bit of money to spend here, but they need to be careful. Raven backing away in the bush. He is spotted by the ward. He will actually just run away. Taking the safe move, taking the smart move. And we'll survive this. Carry links will be deleted by Zanbot, so unfortunately no one can see your link. I'm not gonna actually say what it is on stream, especially since this is gonna be in a VOD. Alright, Alright, so Jessica working towards that last whisper, which unfortunately for him, Axel does have finished. Omen's still not done for Sleepy just yet. Neither it is for Legendary. They're not as tanky as they really want to be. Last Whisper has been completed though for Caitlyn, so pretty even on items. Though I will say Axel definitely has more damage at this point. But there it is. Renown's Omen finally done. I would imagine that FG can just pretty much force a Baron here if they want to, and it looks like they're going to try to win it without it. They still have honestly a lot of time to work with here. They have about a 6,000 gold lead. It's honestly their game to lose, but pushing bottom. And with that pink ward, they're looking to potentially go for it here. They have a lot of pinks invested. They have a lot of ward control. And I can see where the majority of the team is. Acme going to continue to push down this bottom side. And I can see where the 4-man squad actually currently is in the middle here. Acme going head-to-head against Legendary, looking for that fight, but I think they're going to be able to kill each other. Just too... Well, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say the actual... Oh, Zambot's still down? The actual term that Demon always uses, but Sleepy and very low, forced to back away. Meat Mash though, gonna get locked up here and actually will get taken down as Sleepy does try to flash away, stuns that family. And it won't be enough, he will still go down here. We have 2 kills coming in for the side of FFG, and now you're seeing actually go head-to-head against Gragas. He's gonna push him out of the fight. Orion ultimate comes in, secures himself a kill, and then we will see Gragas actually fall as well. A double kill picked up for Axel. Now it's all on Shyvana to survive here in a 1-on-4. Looks like he will just back away off of this. Meantime, the rest of the team of FFG not healthy enough to really go for Baron, I would imagine, unless Axel wants to tank it up here. Right stuff, they're going to go for it. They're going to heal up. Axel going to tank this one. And we still see the great chase happening. Acme still trying to chase him down. Just trying to stall him for as long as possible. Won't be able to get it. And they actually have him coming over towards Baron. This could be very, very dangerous. Baron has been secured, though, and they will back away instead. Legendary not going to commit for the fight. And that will be Baron secured, and Baron taken, and even Raven picking up as well. Just responded in the nick of time. Could be C. Benny. I'm not sure. I don't know all the secret Zambot commands. Alright, so Inhibitor will be back up here, but against a Baron up 5 of FFG. It's going to be very difficult for them to have really anything to say about this in these fights here. And Inhibitor has respawned. I would be surprised if you see FFG push that Inhibitor down. Maybe work towards another lane here. Secure themselves now. Almost a 10,000 gold each here, about 33 minutes in. And now we see finally those 2 Random Omens finished up. But it might unfortunately just be a little bit too late, and Legendary unfortunately hasn't been able to go into that build run of Cutlass, hasn't been able to build that Blade of the Rune King that you kind of need to be a damage threat. Let's see if that will come up to bite him here in just a bit. Things said in Twitch chat should always remain in Twitch chat. Alright, so I imagine it's coming time for them to go for the push here. They've shoved out bottom, they've shoved out top. And all they need is that Inhibitor down for that pressure to start being applied here, and not going to be in that bottleneck. That makes Gragas so dangerous with that ultimate. Should be a free Inhibitor down. Flipsel will secure it. And now it looks like they're going to back away towards that top side. Push onto that Inhibitor turret as well. Acme, gotta be a little bit careful here. He wants to apply pressure, he wants to split push a little bit, but can't really afford to do that. He has to stay alive here. He is pulling away Legendary, and he pulled away Jessica, so that allows a 4-on-4 fight towards the top side. As we do see Clips looking very low. Panther going to go for the man drop on top of the team. He won't actually get the stun on anyone. His Famous will escape the ultimate. Actually hits only one person, but that's all it really needs, as it kills. Actually get down Gragas here, actually taking 3 members all by himself, even number 4 coming in there, and he's still down to only about half health here. Axel getting very aggressive. Will survive that one. And now they will have this Inhibitor turret down to a smudge of health, and now it will be gone here. Hook will in. Meat Mash. He is going to actually survive. Family Puss does get support, or does not get support from his team, and we will have Meat Mash actually survive from the support of his, but that will be another Inhibitor down. Let's see how low in health they are. They need to back away. But with that 2 inhibitors being down now, they will have a huge advantage pushed into potentially that win coming in. RF Army. I don't even understand what RF is. I feel like I should. Someone in chat should let me know what that is about. Alright, so 35 minutes in. 2 inhibitors down for the side of NG. Next generation, they need to do something here. They can't let their third fall. They need to shove out the lanes as far as they possibly can before that final push does come in here on the side of FFG. And you know it's coming soon. They're all grouping up bottom. Axel, sorry, not Axel. Acme going to be taking blue buff because, you know, why not? Looks like he will just shove in that top lane and really force the super minions into the other team and allow his team to go for a push on the bottom. So all they need to do is just disengage. And thing is, it's kind of funny is that it's really hard to disengage from a team that has Pantheon who can just drop straight on top of you here. So they could have a 5-on-4 fight. This could potentially be a major mistake on the side of FFG. Playing it safe. Pantheon, here comes the man drop. They don't have Caitlyn there. You need Caitlyn. She has all of your damage, all of your farm. The Aura ultimate comes in, lands on the 3 people. And now they're forced to completely run away from this fight. Gragasparrow used as a disengage. And now Caitlyn finally arriving. That you can't go for fights like that unless you have your AD carry. There's a 4-on-4, and as we've seen before, FFG have been winning all of these fights when they're evenly matched between numbers. And now Renekton going to continue to show the lanes in. That leaves Siobhan to go defend against that one. Renekton going to come in from the backside. And this is going to be dangerous here. He's going to actually push him away for that last inhibitor turret. He's actually going to cause more of a distraction onto those next turrets. The third inhibitor will fall here. Hedgesville will block the hook though. And now they have Supermans in the top lane, Supermans in the middle, and Supermans flooded in from the bottom side momentarily here. And only 2 Nexus turrets to go. They're looking to go for the victory here. But where's Engage going to come from? Leona ultimate will be up in just a couple seconds. Leona doesn't have hers though. Legendary going to get caught up, be completely blown up instantly right there as he dove into the back line with Cocoon. And now Sleepy going to get taken on Axel. Actually about to fall here, but it doesn't matter in the end. Just Kachung going to get locked down, will get taken down. And that will most certainly be with 1 Nexus turret to go. The win coming in for FFG, and they will be advancing on into the grand finals in a best of 3 to see who wins first place. And also it's the seeding coming into spring playoffs. So GG's all cut out from both teams. Fantastic game from both of them. And again, great job by FFG. Especially that bottom lane I have to give credit to. They didn't look that strong early on. They got, you know, shoved out in the very beginning of the game because of the action that happened on that tribe bush. But, oh, they came back into it. He finished with 276 CS, about 20 behind, but he was 6-1-10. Doesn't get better than that. 7-0-8 for Elise, 4-2-7 for Nectin, 4-0-11 for Orianna. Fantastic game overall for them, and that means they will be advancing on. But that means we're going to be going to the second semifinal on the bottom side of the bracket here in just a few. But we're going to go a little bit of a break before then, and when we come back, we will have that action underway and see who the second team is qualified into the grand finals, and more importantly, into the spring playoffs. So guys, don't go anywhere.